Nitume,
My dear seminarians, the little we know about Jesus Christ is that he lived a life in full communion with the Father, so he prayed all the time. He lived a life that was fully given to his Father, sacrificed to the Father, so he was obedient to the very end. He came on earth in very humble manners, as we recall what we celebrate around Christmas. Not long ago, we had the Paschal Feast, where in obedience to his Father, he went up on that cross. And then, not long ago, he went back to the Father, having done everything in obedience to his Father and in full communion to his Father. Praying all the time, obeying the Father at all times for the salvation of souls and the glory of his Father. You want to become his priests. You are not prepared enough if you don't embrace this. Full communion with Jesus Christ and total obedience to him and to his church. Be men of prayer. Be men of full obedience, total obedience to the church and his head, Christ. You are being ordained transitory deacons today so that you become priests for the salvation of souls and the glory of God. Salvation of souls. This is the basis for which you are doing what we are witnessing here. I want to admonish you very clearly against giving yourself to God only partly. St. Peter in the second reading has been very clear on this. Prayer. Pray, pray, pray at all times. Pray sincerely. There is no happy or successful priest anywhere in the world who does not pray. There's none. Ambrias Yaye has been bishop for a long time, been a bishop for a short time. But I think all of us can testify that the pain we feel in our hearts, when you want to send a priest to X, he says, I want to do Z. You want him to do F, he says, I want C. You send him to K, he disappears, you don't see him. It is total nonsense. Obedience to the bishop in all things. Not kwiringura, not choosing and negotiating. Total obedience to the bishop. This is the priesthood we understand in the Catholic Church. This is not a Presbyterian church where every presbyter can decide more or less what to do. This is the Catholic Church. The bishops are in charge of the local church that you will save. Be totally obedient. 2 days ago, I was meeting your formators in Mangochi on behalf of the bishops. I told these formators that we want nothing of you bringing to us to ordain boys who have not fully grown in obedience and prayer life. We don't want. I've said it many times. Christians complain when they don't have priests. They cry when they have bad priests. Be totally obedient. The other thing, St. Peter has talked about not becoming leaders in the church to look for profit, to look for gain. We priests, some of us, have lived a very terrible priestly life because we have become slaves of money. Slaves of money. You only think about money, talk about money, look for money. People, the Christians come at the parish, they find nothing. Bambo has gone to look for tobacco, has gone to look for cassava, has gone to look for groundnuts. Every day in, day out. And mukapita kuma outstation, if they don't give you 10 goats which you wanted to sell, kuyamba kukaribira Kristu. You are making a sacrifice. You are making a sacrifice. I also want to highlight, Peter has talked about give a good example. Be a good example to these faithful here. Let me be blunt with you and also my brother priest at the back here. We risk in this country to one day preaching to empty churches if these scandals that we're involved in continue. The Christians are not going to take this forever. Go to other countries. I will not mention the names. The citizens of those countries might be in here. But we all know how the problems of recent past in developed countries have emptied the church. The Christians in Malawi are not going to take this rubbish forever. They are not. We risk chasing them away by our bad example. I really want to plead with you, young men. Mean what you are doing as you come here and you prostrate here before God and His church. Mean what you are doing. We are here to fulfill our part, to let God achieve in you what He wants to achieve. Give yourselves entirely to God. If what I have said so far is completely opposed to you, that door is still open, there's still chance. Go and look for another life. Go. Go now, go. Go. Not tomorrow, not the day. Go now, the door is open. My dear young men, we are all encouraged to be patient, but sometimes your patience is stretched to the limit by what you hear, what you see, and what you come across. Komabe abale athu okondeka. Tizindikire kuti yemwe amakwanirisa utumiki wathu si mphamvu zathu koma Mzimu Woyera mwa ifeyo. Potero tipitirize ndi nsembe yathu tsopano poyitana Mzimu Woyera amene abwere pakati pathu makamaka mawa kuti apitirize kuongolera anyamata awa, makolo awo, komanso ife ansembe amene tili kusogolo kwawo, kuti nafenso tikwanirise ntchito yathu yothandiza anyamata awa. Ansembe anzanga, tizindikire kuti ndi udindo wathu pamaso a Ambuye kuthandiza anyamata awa amene akuzipereka lero ngati nsembe kwa Ambuye kuti akwanirise cholinga cha Ambuye Yesu mu mpingo wake.